What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode, and boy do I have an episode for you. If you guys have been paying attention to the markets here, we saw some pretty nutty stuff going on across the board. I also have a lot of things to go over in today's video. To start off, I want to show you guys this real quick. It's finally starting to happen. Those that have been patiently waiting for the stock market and when the next opportunity to buy in is, well, it's starting to happen right now. Reason being, we've been tracking the S&P 500 for a very long time in this beautiful, lengthy uptrend here. And I said, we are way overextended, and at some point or another, we need to come back down. Well, yesterday was pretty much that trigger. We broke through our price floor. We had a major dump, like huge dumpy, all the way to the downside here. We went 2% low, which is pretty big. We haven't seen a candle this red of that size and stature in a long time. And I'm sure there's already news articles coming out as to why that happened, but ideally, I've been saying this is going to happen for weeks now, literally for weeks now, that this uptrend will be broken. It typically breaks, and we should be falling to moving average with that expectation here. We even had a confirmation when we discussed on the moving average, or on the relative strength indicator, that there is a massive symmetrical triangle. You can see it clear as day here. We're filling in the gap beautifully, and we needed a decision to be made, and clearly it was, and we are now starting the descent to the downside here, and I do expect it to continue to the downside here as we start this break. So there's a good chance now that because we're falling, this is going to continue pulling us lower and lower and lower. Now, why am I talking about the S&P? What does it have to do with crypto? Well, let's look at what happened with that. Bitcoin starting a small correction yesterday. Same thing with Ethereum, XRP, red candle, Solana, big red candle. Every crypto, if I refresh this, look, the whole market is bloody red. Every single thing has fallen here, so it's not a coincidence. This is typically what happens, and we have a lot to go over and a lot to discuss, as this does open up doors and opportunities to trade. And speaking of trades, I did make a trade in yesterday's episode, where I talked about it. If you guys watched the Shiba Inu video, I did say I would be entering a trade. I even think I entered it on the video. I don't remember if I did. I'm pretty sure I did, but if not, I want to show you the results of that, where we yet again locked in guaranteed profits and made a little bit of money off bonus money that you guys can get simply by filling out something like this, the Bid5 4th anniversary. You can get you could share in a $20,000 prize pool, and then you can use your bonus money to trade around and collect real and free cryptocurrency. It's that simple. I'll show you more about that later on in today's video. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive right into today's episode. So guys, I don't even know where to begin right now. Yesterday we talked about a major rebound coming, and a part of me wants to believe that. Like, part of me really wants this mega bounce incoming, major correction to the upside incoming. I want to believe that. And I still have this, thought that we could still see this rebound to the upside here. But something that you guys have to understand is that we are in an ascending broadening wedge pattern on XRP. This is what an ascending broadening wedge pattern looks like here. Check it out. This is a good one. This is a good one too. I mean, I don't even know what we want to reference here. Ascending broadening wedge kind of looks like this. So you can see the pattern shoots us into it, and this broadening wedge eventually breaks through the lower trend line and falls to the downside here. And there's a big possibility that could happen on XRP. Now, it hasn't happened just yet. Even though we've had on XRP a very tiny, itsy-bitsy little descending fractal here, which typically breaks us lower. When we fall into one of these, we usually break down or continue the trend to the downside here. But it's very tiny. Regardless, we are in an uptrend. We're outside of a beautiful bull flag formation. This is XRP's 5th bull flag here, the lower high, lower low pattern. We broke through it, and then we started to rally up. So ideally, we were anticipating this continued rally to the upside here to complete the bull flag formation. But that could have happened, because if we take the uptrend here and we then skew this over to where we broke out, you can see we got pretty close, depending on where you want to put it. The price peak was about 79 cents to 80 cents. We hit a target of 74, 73 cents here, right in between that, which is pretty close. We did indeed see that break, but is it over? That's the tough part. Now, I would likely think that this is almost completed. This ascending broadening wedge, is almost completed here. And the reason being is because we haven't really topped out at the high yet. Like, I wouldn't, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw this price kind of see one last rebound up, hit 79, come back down, and then break through. That would be great for everyone to want. But since then, we've been getting rejected off a major resistance, this problem zone right here. And now it might be a likely culprit that we might have to be switching bearish. Maybe we've already completed this ascending broadening wedge, and now it's time that we start to correct downwards here, which would suck. But I'm being realistic. And the reason being, if we look at S&P, oh, really? It would log me out too. Okay. Okay, whatever. Well, now I'm back in. I don't know. But if this S&P holds true, the power of what happens here, the power of how this reacts with the market, why is this color? Let's make that green right here, is a continued correction here. I would expect that this would continue to lower itself and lower itself and lower itself to moving average. If this happens, you've seen the power that it has on the market here. I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to pull other cryptos like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Solana down with it. And the way all these other cryptocurrencies are lining up, they show more signs of correction than a bull run. I would love it if we reverse up to here, but we are, like I said, in very dangerous territory on XRP. We are holding on for dear life on this support, this uptrend here. This is, again, 3 days now of retesting this price floor, and we are trying bravely to hold the price above it, and it just doesn't seem like it's going that way. And by chance, it's very possible that it might not work, and we could start to see this dump. And if it does, it will pull us quite low quite quickly, and a lot of people could get burned. Now, obviously, we do all these trades on BidFi, which is the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. BidFi lets you buy long, sell short, leverage trade, create stop losses, take profits. Everything you'd want is offered on BidFi. They even have a welcome rewards and a demo account, which I highly recommend. You can see here, you can earn over $2,000 in bonus money, which is super cool because I'm going to show you in a second what you can do with that bonus money to make trades. And then they also have a demo account, which allows you to practice your trades completely free on a demo simulator market. It allows you to get familiar with BidFi, the platform. You can learn how to trade risk-free. It's really a unique website here, but more information and the link to sign up for BidFi, which is free, is down in the description below. And with that being said, let me show you really quickly the trade that I made yesterday. So yesterday we opened a trade on Shiba Inu in the afternoon episode, the afternoon session, and I want to show you now basically how I go around locking in guaranteed profits by adjusting my stop loss higher than where I currently entered the price. So this was on 1,000 SHIB or Shiba Inu. I've explained before what exactly this all means, but as you can see in the P&L, I'm up 20.6% on my trade. Now, what I want to do is adjust my stop loss higher than where I originally entered, and you can see what that's doing. It's changing the bottom right above the confirm level, where you can see when the mark reaches 0.029, the current order, or whatever the price is that you set, will close at a market price. Estimated profit would be so-and-so, and that for us means that I'm currently up, and I'm trying to adjust it to find my price, about 16 to 18%. 18.3 to be exact is the amount of profit that I will guarantee myself, about $70-something of locked-in guaranteed profit. This is $65, but you can adjust this to whatever it is you want. And what I mean by that is when we first entered this trade, we predicted markets would move up inside the symmetrical triangle before breaking down. And what we would then do is create that stop loss, which gives us a risk of about 20% in losses. Eventually, that will supersede and the price continues to move up. We'll adjust the stop loss to at least break even on the trade. And then we move it even higher to guarantee ourselves a profit of 18%. If prices move higher, we'll then adjust the chart yet again to grab even more profit, or we'll just get stopped out and we'll walk away with guaranteed locked-in profits, which is what we did. That trade closed this morning or last night, and it locked us in about 60 to 70 bucks. Keep in mind, we're only margin trading $350 at a 10x level, which means we have a buying power of over $3,600. So we're theoretically trading around with 3,600 bucks when we only put up 358. So with that out of the way, as you guys know, markets are continuing to slide lower, 2.48 trillion, 75 on the fear and greed index. Everything is getting sucked down. Everything is pretty much dumping and dumping and dumping, but it doesn't look like money's really leaving that much. We're still at 2.48 trillion, and it seems like money is moving into other cryptos. Core up 130% here. Pendle, Athena, BitGet, Mantle, Flare, like a lot of these meme coins are starting to receive, Chonky is starting to receive a lot of the money. Like money isn't leaving necessarily the market, even though I think we topped at like 3 trillion, I think at one point, or real close here, but we've been kind of floating around at the same level here. Regardless, every cryptocurrency is sliding lower. Doge is down 20%. A lot of these other cryptos, SHIB's down 13. All these cryptos are continuing to slide lower. And it might not stop anytime soon, and that's something you guys have to consider. So beyond XRP pulling us down, like you can see, down to this support here, we need to make sure we hold this. If we do not hold this, then we are going to continue to drop. And it's very simple. If we close the daily candle below support, we will be buying in with the anticipation to short it on BidFi. It's that simple. Solana, very similar. Solana has a beautiful uptrend, and we thought over the past couple of days with the consolidation we were having here that maybe what I said wasn't true. Maybe we weren't headed to target closer to moving average. You know, even though it looks right, we've been on this uptrend using this as a means of support for so long, we finally flared away, but at some point or another, we should be coming back down into support here, and you can see it's continuing that now, that descent. But again, we're at a very solid vital support level. You know, XRP is currently holding on to its vital support level. Same thing with Solana. If these get broken on the daily charts, I would be very contingent that the markets will continue to drop. And I think they are. I think everything is looking for correction leading up to the halving. And then when the halving comes, we should be able to see a pretty mighty reversal to the upside. And I'm excited to see that. So place your bets very soon. If XRP breaks through the floor, we short. If Solana breaks through the floor, we're going to short. I mean, all these cryptos are looking like that. The same thing applies itself with Ethereum and Bitcoin here. We have a beautiful symmetrical triangle drawn on Ethereum here. And as we fill in this gap, if we confirm closure below this, there's a good chance we're going to drop. Bitcoin here is in a beautiful symmetrical triangle. Higher lows, lower highs, filling in the gap. And you can see as we fill this in, if we confirm closure below this support here, we close the daily below this, there's a good chance we are going to drop. And it's going to continue to be like this for the remainder of the cryptos, for all the cryptos, and there's a good chance we could see this reversal. And the big giveaway seems to be the S&P. We'll see how we close today, but with this major dump in the S&P, there's a good chance it is going to continue to spiral lower. It could be as big as an 8% drop here. I wouldn't be surprised, even a 9 to 10% drop. And let's see, stock market falls. It's no surprise to me, but let's see why they say it falls. Wall Street sells off ahead of jobs report. Investor Digest Fed's comment, tracks records and predicting stock market. Dow drops 500 post worst day in the year, which makes sense. Alleviates crash risk with the latest. So it says Wall Street sells off. All right. We're done. You're out. You lose. And here we go. Dow drops 530 points, worst day in the year. Shares, AMD stock suffers drops. Dow's worst day since March of 2023 banking crisis. Stocks gave up earlier. Closed sharply. Watch jobs report. That's what it is. Stocks gave up earlier, gains to close sharply lower ahead of Friday's closely watched jobs report. Investors have been focused on how resilient the U.S. economy and inflationary pressures will guide Feds to cut interest rates this year. But then they said they're not going to cut interest rates. Fed funds futures points to a June rate cut. That'll be interesting too. Regardless, every time we see the stock market drop, there's some reason as to why it happens, but we've been waiting for this. I've been saying it, and hopefully you guys remember. But like a water park, when that big bucket fills with water, it dumps on everybody's heads. And what I mean by that is at this water park, we've been filling the bucket up with water. Well, now we reach the top and a dump. It's a healthy correction, but a dump nonetheless. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.